Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday. Good morning to you. Whoa, did I just not find out that India they reversed the Supreme Court, or the people above the people of India, whatever it is. The Supreme Court has essentially reversed the ban in India for digital assets. Did I just not read that correctly? Shout out to the Bearable Bull. He got that from somebody on Twitter, but I was listening to his video. Guys, hold on a second. Did we not get the word from RippleNet, Sheesh Burla? What, 100% of the banks in India? Right? At least 80%, but I believe 100% of the banks in India. RippleNet. India. Wow, are you kidding me? And everybody knows, if you're paying attention, one of the up and coming markets for investing for businesses is India. So we got 100% of the banks in India, 100%. RippleNet. The Federal Bank of India, RippleNet. Wow. They reversed that ban, which, just like the Bearable Bull says, that is, for me, that's a go sign to the regulations. The regulatory clarity is upon us. It's upon us. Wow. Wow, that's crazy news. I saw yesterday they were going to decide it today, but I didn't see that they had made the decision. So that is absolutely outstanding. It's all systems go, guys. Listen, this is what's going on. This is the deal. It's happening. Regulatory clarity is upon us. The WEF, the people from the G20, the IMF, they've all decided, right? They know that the digital asset space is here to stay. And like I say on my channel, once they figured out that they couldn't strong arm this technology, they couldn't strong arm it. That because if they had tried to do it, number one, they would probably be riding in the streets. And number two, the technology is so powerful that it would just innovate around them. And that's probably based upon their research and looking into digital assets like Monero, which is, everyone think it's the go-to be-all in terms of privacy. It is not. There are parts of it there are parts of the transactions that can be traceable. It's not the go-to privacy, but I can guarantee you they know that there are other ones, just like I know that there are other ones. Why would the powers that be not know? There are other ones that are more private and less traceable, significantly less traceable. So when they realized that they couldn't strong arm this technology, that it would in fact innovate around them, they decided to embrace it. And they said, well, how can we continue to be relevant? Okay, we'll do our own currencies, central bank digital currencies. But here's the thing that they understand without question. They need a bridge currency. And they have decided that Ripple, the company, and its software and its digital asset, XRP, is the one. Why? Because it is the most compliant of any digital asset on the planet. It is the most compliant. David Schwartz said so himself. He pointed out to the fact that he wondered if they were too compliant in the beginning. They were so bent on being compliant that he wondered if, the developers could have not done more to, develop the XRP wallet more so than it had in the beginning, because they were so focused on being compliant. They were so focused on being compliant. And today it's paying off because the central banks and these governments and the IMF and the WEF and any world, any powerful nation at the G20 will recognize it as being so extremely compliant that they can choose it, that they can get behind it. Right? These are the people working with and not trying to dethrone. Right? It's the one, guys. They've already decided XRP is the champ. The champ is here, and they know it. But let's not ever forget, the value is in the protocol. Don't sleep on the XRPL, guys. Don't sleep on the XRP ledger. It is massive. It is ginormous. It is a behemoth. The decentralized exchange, all the different things that can be traded on that ledger, all the value that it can do, all the things that it can do is completely understated. That's why Glenn Hutchins says what he said when he said the value is in the protocol, guys. Don't forget about, like we like to say on our channel, look, the ILP, the XRPL, the ODL, XRP, just pick one. Just pick one. Nothing performs like the ILP. Nothing performs like the XRPL. There is no liquidity engine like ODL, on-demand liquidity. It doesn't exist. And the XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created. Just pick one. And if you and I know it, they know it. And I'm telling you, POTUS, right, the Donald himself knows it. And he has a plan, guys. I promise you. He has a plan. Why do you think that he continues and continues and continues to make the argument for more Fed rate cuts? Why do you think? He has a plan. And for me, it's going to be around XRP as a liquidity provider. It's going to be some way involved with gold, XRP, and gold, a new US dollar, if you will. I believe that is still on the table. Gold backed in some form or fashion, maybe not 100% backed by gold, but 50 to 60% backed by gold and other assets. XRP and gold will work together with the US dollar, whether it's a new US dollar or not. And guys, I promise you, President Trump is not going to let this opportunity slip. It's a US company. Ripple, a US company that has a product that can free up trillions of dollars it can free up. And you're telling me that the Donald who signed the Executive Order 13772 and which was entitled A New Financial System, where the company Ripple is mentioned in that, are you telling me? And I get other companies might have been mentioned there, but none of them were digital asset companies. And none of them have a liquidity provider. None of them have an on-demand liquidity provider. None of them have that. And you're telling me that the Donald is going to let it slip out of his hands? Are you telling me he's not going to bring to stage and to light that there's this great old US of A company that has been working with the government, was been working with the SEC and regulatory compliance since day one? That you don't think he's going to point out this great partnership between two US American companies, MoneyGram and Ripple? What? You don't think he's going to point that out? You don't think he has that up his sleeve? It's the ace in the hole. A good old US of A company providing liquidity for the world. You think he's going to let that slip? I think not. I think not. Unbelievable. And it's this continual push to drive the rates down to negative for a reason. And whether it means a new, getting rid of the Federal Reserve or or putting together a new Federal Reserve and somehow have the U.S. Treasury be involved in terms of providing liquidity. Don't forget, okay, that Mnuchin is intimately familiar. That's why he mentioned MoneyGram. Why do you think he mentioned them? He's intimately familiar with MoneyGram and Ripple and what they're doing with this asset, the XRP. Don't get it twisted. He's intimately familiar with the ongoings. We saw SPQR Media, somehow they got that log where they show that, people from Ripple meeting with Mnuchin. Like, come on. It's done. It's a done deal, guys. You got to get it. I hope your bags are full. Guys. It's a done deal. The Donald has a plan. He has a plan, and there's no way in my mind that I can think that this dude is going to let this opportunity slide. An opportunity to say that a good old US of A has solved or helped stymie the global liquidity crisis. He's going to just let that slip? Yeah, I think not. There's no way he's going to let that slide. No way he's going to let that opportunity pass him by. It's a United States of America company. It can provide liquidity for the world. It can free up trillions and trillions of dollars. It can free up in these no-shrivel accounts. And you don't think he's going to take that opportunity and leverage that? Why do you think they're doing what they're doing to the repo market? They're gonna dry up any cash. I mean, 120 billion? 120 billion. Are you kidding me? And here comes the Donald with the answer. Guys, don't sleep on that. Here comes the Donald with an answer. And it's the good old US of A company. And he will point out what MoneyGram is doing with this ODL. He's going to point that out to the world. And he may be talking about competitive. We need to be competitive. He has a plan, and it's bigger than being competitive with import and export. Okay, it's bigger than that. Not that that's not a factor, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. He will not let it slip. The most compliant digital asset is XRP. And it's the only one that provides liquidity. That's already been determined. There isn't a more liquid digital asset than XRP. We know it, and they know it. They know it. That's why this article came out just the other day from Forbes. And MoneyGram. Why are they talking about MoneyGram? Why is Forbes saying that MoneyGram is going to be the new way to move digital payments throughout the world? MoneyGram looks to me will ultimately be, they're going to be able to do this thing with ODL with banks and other FIs. It's already compliant. MoneyGram is a compliant business. It's a compliant money transmitter business. Again, US of A. Are you telling me that the Donald is going to let that slip? I think not. You think he's going to let that happen somewhere abroad in China? You think in Japan? You think he's going to let that happen somewhere else? I think not. So guys, I would just say plan on it. Be prepared for it. Be prepared for it. And don't take off the table overnight price discovery XRP. Don't take it off the table overnight. 3 digits, 4 digits. Don't take it off the table. Right now, we're still in a retail investor speculator market. That's what it is. Bottom line, that's what it is. Well, when the world realizes the utility, it's over. It's over. That's why I hashtag on any tweet that I do personally. Hashtag real use case. Hashtag XRP. Hashtag the champ is here. The champ is here, guys. I hope you get that. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to remind you of two things like I always do. Understand this. This for you, my friend, for you. This should be a head up and shoulder back moment in your life. Why? Because you're an early adopter in this new asset class. You're an early adopter in this new asset class called the digital asset space. You, my friend, are playing a game that 99.9% of the masses don't even know is being played. And you're winning. You're winning. Never ever forget that, guys. All right, guys, listen. I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.